1330 gives high school students the option of completing a career technical education course to fulfill an existing high school graduation requirement. The intent of this bill is to prepare students for the workforce and increase high school graduation rates, which is an ever-pressing issue given our high school dropout crisis. AB 1330 will empower students to take ownership over their futures, whether that is entering a 2 or 4 year post-secondary institution, a trade or apprenticeship program, or going straight to the workforce.
Thank you. First witness.
Madam Chair, members, Cesar Diaz with the State Building and Construction Trades Council. It's something that the building trades care deeply about. What happens in high schools directly affects the workforce, affects our apprenticeship programs. We've gotten engaged in this process because of what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of dropouts. We're seeing people with a lot of talent, a lot of abilities coming to our apprenticeship programs, wishing to apply, wanting to get into the entry-level positions, but can't do so because they can't pass that basic level of entry examination. And it has a lot to do with the lack of career technical education that's offered in our high schools today, and including our middle schools. We've seen a direct correlation of that decline since the 1980s when the erosion began. Right now, less than 29% of students have access to career technical education. There's a huge dropout rate, particularly amongst our Latino and African American populations. In the meantime, we're focusing a lot of training into the community colleges to get a lot of these folks into the green economy and the new opportunities for workforce investment and efficiency, energy efficiency projects. They can't get there if they don't know about these programs.
Thank you very much. Next witness.
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the committee, is Isabel Garcia on behalf of the California Teachers Association. We ask your strong support for this landmark bill. This bill advances CTA policy that graduation requirements should be well-balanced and broadly based and include standards-aligned elective courses in the world languages, in arts, and in career technical education. We think these are vital life skills that every pupil should have. And we also believe this bill creates parity in the high school curriculums among all the disciplines, academic and vocational. And we also finally believe that this bill is consistent with the adoption of the Common Core state standards to have every pupil be college and career ready. So we ask for your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Next witness.
Madam Chair, members, Fred Jones, California Business Education Association, in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you. Next witness.
Madam Chair and members, Janice Warden, Office of the State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Tom Torlakson, in support.
Thank you. Next witness.
Barrett Snyder with the California Association of Leaders for Career Preparation, support.
Thank you.
Bernie Silva, School for Integrated Academics and Technologies, in support.
Thank you.
Jack Molodanoff on behalf of the California Auto Body Association and the Automotive Service Councils in support of the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Last call for witnesses in support. Seeing no more witnesses in opposition.
Good afternoon. Katie Valenzuela with Public Advocates, joined today by a statewide organization, Californians for Justice, and a Los Angeles-based organization, Alliance for a Better Community, with an opposed unless amended position on this bill. And just to be clear, this is not a multiple pathways bill, because this bill does not provide for the 4 components of multiple pathways that are defined in statute. And this is also not a career training bill, because that would require a sequence of courses that build upon each other so students are actually prepared to enter the workforce. And this is not even a student engagement bill, because this bill only applies to districts who already have career technical education courses, and thus those students already have the ability to take those courses, and districts already have the ability to add CTE to their graduation requirements if that was their choice in the local demand. This is pure and simple a district flexibility bill, and while we are not necessarily opposed to district flexibility, we are opposed to flexibility that doesn't contain certain safeguards to ensure that all students can actually have access to the college and career courses that they might choose. So in response to that, we have several amendments that we've requested of the author. The first is to join with the committee analysis requesting strengthening of existing statute around notifications to ensure that all people are fully informed of what this means and what the implications are. Our second amendment is that the CTE course be A to G aligned, and this mainly comes from our choice that, our opinion, that students shouldn't have to choose between college and career, and also our belief that A to G alignment means that it's integrated with a basic level of academic content, which would translate into high school studies or college studies if they wanted to. Also, a survey of existing CTE students, 89% of them said that they wish that they could have taken both college and career prep. These are existing students taking career technical education, whom this bill claims to be supporting of. Those students want to be able to do both, not have to choose between the two options. Third, we request that the CTE course be part of a sequence of at least 2 or more courses, because research has shown and proven that only one CTE course that has no meaningful impact on attendance rates or academic performance. And finally, we request that the districts, as a condition of this change, not be allowed to reduce their current course offerings in foreign language or visual performing arts, so that students can actually have a choice between the 3 courses, and that their choice wouldn't be motivated by not having any other option but the CTE course, as we've heard with AB 230, with students saying that visual performing arts courses are already hard to find for them to meet A to G. So we respectfully ask that you join us in our position until these amendments are accepted by the author. Thank you.
Next witness.
Madam Chair and members, my name is Mark Slavkin. I chair the board of the California Alliance for Arts Education. In my day job, I'm Vice President for Education at the Music Center of Los Angeles County. It's no fun to be on the other side of an issue of my good friend and former colleague, Warren Furutani. But this is a case of worthy goal, wrong approach. We at the Alliance believe that we need to offer all California kids a well-rounded and balanced curriculum K-12. We think CTE is part of that solution. We need high schools that are more engaging, not less, more relevant, more hands-on, better connecting and engaging kids who right now we're losing. The arts are equally powerful in helping make that happen. We all know and have experienced kids who only come to high school every day because of the music program or theater. We need to find a way in the state to do both, and we published a policy paper on how the arts and CTE can come together in an aligned, cohesive way to benefit kids. We want to work with you to make that happen. This bill does not make that happen, and by adding one more either or, it allows a neither nor for the other 2 subjects.
Chair, members, my name is Christine Landfear, and I am a teacher of French at Natomas High School here in Sacramento, and I'm representing the California Language Teachers Association. I'd like to point out to you that world languages are career tech education. The Partnership for 21st Century Skills has pointed out that students need these skills for success in their future careers. They include core content areas including English, social science, math, and world language specifically, and also skills not taught in textbooks, such as problem solving, critical thinking, and leadership. But most importantly, they emphasize the ability to communicate with others from other cultures, as well as people who are in their own culture. Researchers say that world language proficiency is critically needed in business and industry for our society to be successful in the future, and our students need to have that opportunity, not restrict. And if we continue along this path of or, we're going to go backwards, as my colleagues have said. If we go with and, everybody wins. World language and the arts and career tech. That's the only way to go. We need to ensure that our students are fully ready for the 21st century, and this is the only way to do it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next witness in support.
Sergio Cuellar, California for Justice, and also the Campaign for Quality Education. And we join with public advocates in opposition unless amended to this bill. Our base of students and parents feel that students should have the right to, shouldn't have to choose between college and career prep, but they should have the opportunity to be 100% prepared for both college and career prep.
I'm sorry, but our rules are 3 witnesses speaking 2 minutes each in opposition. So if you've stated your name, your organization, and you're opposing the bill.
Opposition, right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next witness in opposition.
Good afternoon, Melissa San Miguel with Education Trust West, and we oppose this bill. We have 3 concerns. Our first being that we fear that this bill will make a student choose between college or career. Our second is regarding rigor. There's no statewide oversight mechanism to ensure that CTE courses are aligned to CTE standards. And our final concern is that we have not seen sufficient evidence to prove that simply one course in CTE prevents dropouts or adequately prepares students for a career path.
Thank you.